Hi, how you doing? My name is Anthony, and I am basically making this video. This is my first video for this channel, and this channel is dedicated to faith, for religious purposes, and the start of my very own church. This is called Church of the First Light. I still have to do all the paperwork, and this video will be out long before or after I actually do paperwork for it and get everything done, because I know there's a lot that goes into that, and I need to work on that, and I will. But I have this problem where if I don't if I don't actually start, I tend to procrastinate a lot. But I can't anymore. I don't think that I used to think that that if I just got myself to a position where I was financially stable and financially, well, not stable, but independent, that I can just do whatever I want, say what I want, and everything will be fine. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? But the time that would take, 7, 10 years, whatever the case may be, 15. When I started doing the math and just looking out, towards the future, I could help so much people in that amount of time while I'm sitting here trying to stand on my high horse and handle everything on my own. Uh, that it's not worth it. I feel like most people would respect me more if I was to just help and do whatever I can in that 15 years or 10 years or whatever the case may be. Two, I don't know. And just help people in that time frame and do everything that I can humanly possible and answer whatever questions that humanity may have. And I think that that may go further than me just kind of putting it off until I'm becoming financially successful, because I feel like people will respect that more. People tend not to, and I'm generalizing here, people tend not to listen when you or just entertain it at all. When so much going on, so much media, so much sparkle and razzle dazzle to get your attention, people tend not to want to listen, or believe, and that hurts us very much so. And it's my job to help both sides understand where both sides come from. And it's not like the other side, angels, souls, whatever you want to call it, doesn't understand humanity. Um, it's just that this world, this life that we live, it is it's meant for you to cherish and enjoy the beautiful images and the mirrors that you create for yourself. And by mirrors, I mean a reflection of yourself. The things that you do in life that make you happy or create an emotion, you're meant to do that, because on the other side, that is very valuable. And that is what we want for you. But at the same time, understanding that we know that it has been very difficult to even get to that level, because you're worrying about how to put food on the table or how to get through things, because most men, or and women for that matter, typically don't have people to go to, especially when they're younger, when they're growing up, when they're trying to deal with the world and stuff like that. And if I had to, I would rather sacrifice, you know time spent becoming financially independent. That way I can help more people and have people respect me, that say, okay, yeah, he started from nothing, he did this, he did that in order to become financially stable and financially independent, and you have to worry about anything. I want that respect. I get that. But at the same time, I don't want people to then judge me and be like, okay, well, he had to take that on in himself and be human when he could have done so much more. And I that hurts me more than you will ever know. So because of that, I have decided to just do what I do, which is to make content and to help people understand both sides of the equation. So the topic we're going to talk about today, and the first lesson that we're going to talk about in church, is, why does the Lord put me through so much? Okay, this isn't scripted. I'm gonna put my hands up and I'm not gonna read or anything. I don't have anything to read. Okay, so is this a medium kind of situation? If you want to call it that, sure. I don't really care at this point. I just want to help people, and this is how I do it. All right. So why do we struggle? Is that the question? Or is the question, why do you make us go hungry? What do you mean when you say hungry? You tell me. Why does humanity go hungry? Why do they starve for affection, from attention from us? What do they want? Well, if you're asking me personally, I am only asking you personally. Well, if you're asking me, I would say that humanity wants to know that there is some reason and rhyme for the things that we go through, the things that we have to put up with, and the things that we have placed ourselves in, whether intentionally or unintentionally. And we want that help to know that everything will be okay. But everything is not okay. But you've done that to yourselves. Yet you want us to help you not go hungry. Why? Because if we don't have you, who else do we look to? You look to yourself. But why can't we look to you? Because every answer that you have ever needed in your entire life of growing up, you have found within yourself, not through us. We are just there to push you, but it is your job to grow. Our job to grow, correct. And you have grown into quite the young man, and I am very proud of you. I appreciate that. But this isn't about me. I know that, but you should know. Okay, so you say that the reasons why we struggle is because we need to look within ourselves in order to find better answers for why we get into the situations that we get in so that we can not avoid them in the future. Correct. But at the same time, I understand your struggle. And I know that you are going through a hard time, that you all are going through a hard time. But, and here's a big but, you will overcome it. There is nothing wrong with being better than us. I want you all to know that. It is okay to be better than where you came from. And if it means that you snub your noses at us and you don't believe in what we can do and how we do things, then so be it. But whatever it takes that will make you believe that you are more than what you have currently become, and that you are deserving of more things than simple hunger pains, so be it. Why do you always do that? Do what? You take the onus on yourself. And because you take the onus of yourself, you relieve everybody else from onus that they need to take for themselves. A lot of the times when it comes to why do we go hungry and why do we suffer, we do this to ourselves. We're the ones who, don't use protection. We're the ones who open our legs. We're the ones that make these decisions that lead to consequences that we are not ready for. When we lose our kids and we hurt others that we don't mean to hurt. We do these things, yet you take responsibility. It's like you're enabling us. Because all we have to do is pray and everything will be all right. Is that correct? That is not correct, and it never will be. Praying to me only changes the outcomes that you currently have, but they will not change the outcomes you have set for yourself. I want you to sit and think about that. Okay, so you're saying that it changes the outcomes that you will have, correct, but not the outcomes that you have set for yourself. In other words, if you set outcomes that suck ass, don't then look to me to fix it. Because the outcomes that I had for you were far greater than the outcomes you currently have. And it hurts me every time you pray for more when you see yourself less. You go hungry, we go hungry too. And you need to know this. That is all. I don't think I'm going to make it through these. I don't. This ability, it's a tear every time, man. I don't know. Maybe I need to find more jovial topics, but this is an idea of the ability that I have, and and I don't know. There's more to it. There's a lot more to it. Clearly, I can't divulge that kind of information. I can't go further. But what I can do is make content, and I can help others every step of the way. And you have my word that I will do everything in my power to move forward, helping everyone that I can. I am here for you if you need it, if you want to talk, if you just want me to shut the fuck up and listen, I can do that too. And I don't mean to cuss. It's not ladylike. but that's my friends say. But yeah, I think it needed to happen. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what this is gonna become, but I'm willing to see. And hopefully people can get an idea of what kind of church I'm looking to lead here. It's not necessarily something where we are quoting the Bible. I've never read the Bible. I do apologize for that. I think I will in the future, or maybe there will be a situation where I'll be shown it or taught it, or just, read it. I'm not a very learned man when it comes to like reading books and stuff like that. I'm more of a video. I consume a lot of video content, but yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know how people will make of that. But yeah, that is what I want to do. I want to create a church of helping others, but not necessarily just preaching. More so trying to understand their pain and the things that they have gone through to help them get through it and make themselves better on the other side. We are about healing and learning from the mistakes so that we don't repeat them, and just getting better in general. And that doesn't mean this ability, it's not just always yay me. A lot of times it's always for the other person. So if I overstep, or if I'm too aggressive, or if I talk down on somebody, I don't mean to. A lot of times the things that I say can be off-putting to others, and it's not my intention, but they tend to correct me. So you have my word that if they do correct me, I will say it, because if I just hear it and I don't say it, you'll never know. You know what I mean? So I think that if I do overstep my bounds, or if I do say something, that there is checks and balances here, basically. And I want people to understand that there are checks and balances with this. It's not just, oh yay me, or oh yay this person, or so on and so forth. And it's not based on money or wealth. It's based on just how good of a person you are, and what you've done and what you've accomplished. And we're proud of the people we are getting ready to meet. Put it that way. All right. Yeah, we'll put it that way. And that's going to be the end of today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be episode 1. We'll see what happens after this. But it was a great topic. I thought that was pretty interesting. And that will be all for today. I got to get a better outro, and bye.